It's time for Teen Mom Trash Talk with Tracey and Noelle.
Hello, and welcome to Teen Mom Trash Talk. This is episode 326. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle Winters Herzog. Oh, man. This is what happens when we podcast very late at night, 8:17 p.m.
I mean, we haven't podcasted in the evening like this in a while. We've actually been doing earlier podcasts.
Well, here
We
we are.
podcasted BS yesterday morning. I was delirious.
Yeah, this
That
is what
was
happens.
fun.
I think we're just always delirious. We're here to talk about Teen Mom
Yeah.
2 Season 4, Episode 5. But before we get into that, make sure you're keeping up with us on Patreon because I could barely keep up with us on Patreon.
I know, me neither. Every day, bing, something new, bing, something new.
Wow.
Lots of bings.
Oh, so many bangs. Macaroni Rascals, a Jersey Shore podcast.
Mhm.
So Pumped, a Vanderpump Rules podcast. BS, our favorite podcast. A Single Life Trash Talk. Come on, man.
I mean, guys, So Pumped is coming back.
It's coming back. Season
Coming
3
back.
of Vanderpump Rules.
Mm-hmm.
Well, join it. The link's right down there in the show notes.
Wow.
Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. Moving on. Let's jump into the pool. Season 4, Episode 5, Teen Mom 2. Teenage Mother 2.
With the number one hypocrite herself.
Oh, man. I love this.
You do. You love this. Nothing makes me mad. This irritates me.
This makes me
Yeah.
giggle.
Yeah, I know it does.
So Kail is working at the mall.
Mhm.
She's dating Javi, and her and Javi are playing leapfrog on the side of the driveway.
Kail. Isaac is having the time of his life.
He's really, really having the time of his life. So Melinda comes over. I love that her and Chelsea have friends that we never see again.
Never, not once.
We never see them before, and we never see them again.
Mm-hmm.
So they both don't want to cook.
Right. And Kail's like, well, I don't even know how.
I know. And Kail
I think she still doesn't know how to
she
cook.
still doesn't know
Yeah.
how. She like
Mhm.
baked something the other day and posted it, and it was just burnt. She's like, well,
And
it's like-
why.
you just have to set a timer.
I mean, I burnt biscuits the other day.
Yeah,
though.
but
I
you
did
don't
get it.
usually do that.
Never
You're not like, well, I'm a bad baker. It's like, no, you're a bad time
pay
taker.
attention to her. Yeah,
That's it.
that's true.
So she wants to take the next step with Javi.
She's never felt this way about anyone else.
Okay. I love that she says that. She wants him to move in, but
Mm-hmm.
he already sleeps there every day.
They haven't been apart in months.
She said, it's like he lives here, but he doesn't pay for anything.
Sure.
Okay. So you don't want him to move in. You want him to pay rent.
Yeah, of course. But also, she likes having someone around.
Right. But he already moved in.
Well, right. That's true. You're just going to ask him to pay bills.
Right.
Because even on
So-
moving day, he knows he has a suitcase. He has
He
nothing.
has an empty suitcase.
Right. Everything is already there.
He literally comes in with an empty suitcase.
Yeah.
So she said, Kail says this with a straight face and then laughs after she says it. She
Mhm.
goes, I'm 20 years old and not getting younger. And then she just laughs.
But
She's
she
like,
alludes to wanting to get married.
oh, yeah. Also, they have the Rottweiler puppy now.
Oh, my Bear, right? I
Yep.
think that's Bear. Oh, so
Isaac
cute.
is swimming in an inch of water.
They're having a great time. Bear is drinking the water. Everyone's happy. This is real. Like, I'm going to get in trouble if I say it. So I'm
Don't
not
say
gonna
it.
say
I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
going to say.
I'm not going to
It's
say
real
it.
country backwoods
Yes. Okay.
activities.
Yeah, it is. 1 inch of water in the front yard.
In
The
a
dog's
diaper.
drinking out of the pool. The diaper.
I like
Right.
it.
Okay. They're drinking,
just fun.
Mountain
It's-
Dew. Right.
It's good old fun.
Yes.
It's as if she maybe is friends with Leah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Yes.
All right. So I love that Javi responds like this. They talk about moving in together, and he's like,
Mhm.
I just don't know if it's rushed. Now, here's the thing. You live there. You don't want to pay bills.
See, that's not how I take it. I think that you're money forward, and that's why you take it that way. I
You
think
moved in.
I think if it was up to Javi, he would have moved in after a week of them being together. He is a fast rusher.
Sure, but he still doesn't want to pay bills. So, because it's like, oh, now you think it's too fast? You've been living here for months.
Yeah, I don't know.
He
said
goes,
it's been
well,
on
what
his
will
mind,
change?
though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would have
Mhm.
said too. I've been thinking about paying my rent.
Right.
She said, what's going to change? And she said financial responsibilities.
And he says, okay.
Right. So she said that she never felt like this so soon. She was at Jordan for a year and a half and she never moved in with her. And it's like, yeah, First of all, you lived with Joe when you were with Jordan for most of it.
Right. And I mean, Jordan was like 12, you
Right.
know?
You guys were much younger.
Yeah, it was so different. Like you guys were working at Staples Sports Authority, Target, wherever with that
Jordan wasn't
uniform.
allowed to live with you.
Well, that's the thing. He wasn't allowed to.
he had a curfew.
His mom was doing his laundry. You know, he had a curfew.
Listen, his mom might have been doing his laundry, but Javi's clearly doing his own chin strap.
Oh, chin strap. I get it. I didn't know what that meant at first.
Wow. All right. So
Right
Kail,
over.
Kail meets up with Taylor to tell her that Javi's
Who
moving
we
in.
never see ever again.
Taylor goes into the Melinda land. So she's not going to tell Joe.
So this is the shit that bothers me.
Right. So Javi comes with a small empty suitcase.
There's nothing in the suitcase.
Also, she has 2 kittens.
oh, I didn't notice
There's
that.
2 kittens. It's like,
Okay. Also, I was thinking, does she still have those 2 King Corsos?
I don't know.
I was wondering. I feel like, I mean, I can't remember if I follow her, but if like I haven't seen anything even on TikTok because
I don't
do
know.
follow her on TikTok.
There's
Yeah.
no way to know.
There's no way to
So
know.
they talk about bills. So he's going to pay groceries and electric.
Well, because I don't think that she pays rent. I think she's on like that program or whatever where she didn't have to pay rent.
Oh, I think she pays rent. I think they just like kind of
No,
no
I don't
rent,
think she
zero
pays
rent.
rent. She didn't have rent in her last apartment either.
I thought that they get you like on your feet. I
I
think she
don't
pays rent
know.
now. I'm sure her income's changed to season 4.
I just feel like if there was a problem, she would have said, "Let's split the rent." You know what I mean?
I don't know, but I think she pays rent. I do think she pays rent because remember
I
she's
don't,
even
but that's
Okay.
okay. That's okay.
guys. What do you think? Or
Yeah,
what do
what
you
do you
know?
guys
Or
think?
what do you know?
Also, maybe fucking groceries is more expensive than half the rent.
This is true.
You
Well,
know?
that's the other thing. You don't know how much the rent is.
That's true.
All right. So then Isaac and Javi mouth kiss about it.
I mean, obviously, Javi is really good to Isaac, which is
Yeah.
really all that matters. I just hate that it's like you're not even telling Joe that Javi's moving in, but V can't even be near a drop off.
She can't be near a drop off.
Right. Near a drop. Like it's like the
Well, here's the other part.
hypocritical.
But here's the other part of it. Joe doesn't care if Javi moves in.
He doesn't. But she wants him to care, I guess.
But he doesn't. He's like,
doesn't.
tell me,
That's the
don't tell me.
problem.
I don't care. I like Javi.
But that's the problem is that
He
everyone
knows that Javi's nice to Isaac.
Yeah, but she wants control of the situation. That's the
know.
problem. She
Speaking
says
of
she has wedding fever.
Well, I mean, she's definitely got a fever. Chelsea has to move. So she goes to tell Mary. "Mom, I have to move."
I have to move.
She wants to move away because there's nothing there for her. And she
Meaning,
wants to go to school.
it's because of Adam.
Okay, but also she wants to go to school somewhere else. She doesn't want to go to school anymore. That's the other part. It's Adam, but also she thinks that if she moves away, she won't have to go to school.
Yes, but it's so funny because it's like you don't have a job. You just don't have one.
You don't have one. She said that she's had no contact with Adam, but yet she can't get away from him.
Yeah, meaning you're still obsessed with him.
Okay, so she said that she's falling behind in school because she has to move. But it's only her first test. So what is this? This is the first week of school. She's falling behind.
Yeah, she's falling behind already.
She's talking through this whole test.
I mean, she's being really bad.
She's rude.
She won't stop talking. And then they're like, no talking. And she still talks anyway.
She doesn't care. She got a 90 though.
Yeah, she passed. Good for her.
She brings Nick from school to look at a new place.
I wish that we could see more of these places that they look at.
It's just carpet.
No, I know, but it's like, how big is it? How many bedrooms is it? You know?
Well, it's wall-to-wall carpet. It's $11.60 plus $25 per pet. How many pets does she have now?
I don't know, man. I think she has like 2 dogs now, I guess. I don't know.
It's a townhouse and she doesn't know if she likes it. So she calls Randy and she's like, I don't like that house. And then she goes
like yelling.
But then she said that she doesn't like anywhere because she doesn't want to live in Sioux Falls. And he's like, okay, get a job.
Right. He's just kind of like, it's a year of school. So why don't you just wait until you're done?
She wants to go to a different school and then move back if she doesn't like the new school.
So where does she want to move exactly? She doesn't say. Just out of Sioux Falls.
Into Adam's house.
Right. If she was with Adam, you think she would be, if Adam was even speaking to her, you think that this is what she would be acting like?
Are you kidding me?
Hell no.
And then he wants her to finish school and she goes, why are you being a jerk?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
If you would have said that to your father,
Uh-huh.
tell me about the aftermath.
So I would have said that's I mean, first of all, my father would have flipped out if I would have even kind of spoken to him this way.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
like, yeah, could you imagine if like we're your father too? You're calling your dad up whining about this. Your father would have hung up so long
Right.
ago. So long ago. He would have been like,
Sorry, look,
Fran, Tracy, whatever. I don't have time for
I
this.
have
Like,
to go.
I have to
I'm
go.
busy. Let me let you go.
I'm busy. I'm in Queensbridge. Like, I'm doing stuff.
I'm in the projects. I gotta go.
Yeah, no, my father, as he should have, though. My father would have been like, "Are you fucking kidding me, kid?" That's what he
That was
would have
pretty
said.
good. That was a good
Yeah.
Ed impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
She's crying about school. She's not crying about
She's
school.
not crying about school. She's crying about Adam. And he also
Yes.
says, "You're living like a vagrant." Why is she living like a vagrant?
What does that
What does
mean,
that mean?
Randy? We should tweet at him and ask him.
I want to know what that means. I mean, now he'd probably be like, Chelsea's would call, but like,
No, I don't know. Randy's pretty spicy.
He is. I've heard on X, he's really fun.
So she's also driving, yelling at him, holding the phone, and then
I
her other hand is
know.
flailing. She's
I
driving with no
know.
hands.
And then Aubrey's in the back.
like, hey, mom, can you
Right.
put one hand on the wheel?
Just one.
Just one. Don't be shit. No, don't, sorry. You can do whatever you want. I'm sorry. Okay, speaking of doing whatever you want, Janelle. Oh,
Okay,
God.
listen. The girl makes the show. Well, back
She's
then,
good.
I guess they all kind of make the show because they're all so good. But like,
Right.
I hate her with the fire of a thousand suns in life. But I need someone like her on the show. Like,
I
this
haven't
is why
seen-
I need Rachel Beaver here.
Yes. I
Yeah.
haven't seen Jace much because I've been getting ready for my breast implant surgery that's happening today.
Right. So you haven't seen him for what? What were you fasting for weeks? Like, why haven't you seen him? This show really gives me the giggles, Tracy.
Okay, so Kiefer's been living with her.
Of course he has.
These are the PT Cruiser days.
I rented a PT Cruiser many years ago. It was a really nice ride. So I'm not against it.
I used to drive Jeremy's PT Cruiser in South Carolina.
They're nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't even know. Do they make them anymore?
Did your
I
mother
don't
used to
know.
have one? No.
I don't think so, but she had something.
Lauren Mills used
Oh,
to have one.
did she?
Mhm.
She had a PT Cruiser?
I'm almost positive.
Do they still make them?
Or maybe like a Kia Soul.
She seems like a Kia girl. Now she has like
Okay.
a BMW. Excuse me.
2 hours later,
Mm-hmm.
this girl comes out with boobs.
But I'm like, is it because you're in North Carolina and not New York and things are done?
I guess.
Yeah.
I would have gotten there 6 o'clock in the morning and came out at 10 o'clock at night.
No, it's
Maybe
so
with
different.
boobs. Maybe with
It's
one.
Oh, maybe one. It's so different.
So
She
Kiefer
can't
and her
wait to
friend
take
took her.
those pills.
She can't wait. But you know who else can't wait to take those pills?
Kiefer.
Mike is watching Jace. And
Right.
she's texting with Gary as Kiefer watches her in bed.
Kiefer is like such a dick, though. His energy is just terrible.
The worst. Babs
Mhm.
comes in and she's worried about the pills. And she's like, Janelle, how do you feel? And she goes, I took a muscle relaxer and it relaxed all my muscles.
And then she's like, and then I took a painkiller.
And it relaxed all my pain.
Yep.
It killed all my pain. So she gets flowers. I love how Babs knows what's going on.
Of course she does. She's very
Flowers come to
intuitive.
the house. And she's like,
Mhm.
oh, they're for Allison. She's like, oh, yeah, they're for Allison.
I like that Allison is like standing there like,
Okay,
I don't know what to do.
But guys, throw the card away, first of all.
Yeah, of course.
Allison's hiding pain pills from Kiefer.
So I think that's so crazy. She's the master of the pills because these are two morons. Neither of them can be trusted with pills.
Exactly. So Babs is asking Allison
Mhm.
about Kiefer. And then she goes in the bathroom with Janelle.
I like that Allison's like, yeah, he's been staying here. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He's
She's like,
here
does
all
she
day
leave?
long.
She's like, sometimes.
Yeah.
So then Kiefer and her fight over Gary, but Jace has been asking about Gary.
Has he?
No.
No, that's what I mean. I don't think so either.
Jace is 4 months old. Stop.
Right.
Babs brings Janelle to her house, and then Kiefer meets up with Matt.
Oh God. I mean, meeting of the minds here.
He said, well, this is where they switch off on the brain cell.
Yes.
He's been living with her for 2 weeks and she kicked him out. So he's going to go back to New Jersey.
And he's like, basically like, she used me as a rebound. And it's like, no, you broke up her and Gary.
Yeah. Also, take the card off the flowers.
Truly, what's wrong with you?
Also, he was not taking care of her at all. I'm shocked.
Of course, he wasn't taking care of her at all. What did she expect from him? Allison's
don't
going to take
know.
care of her.
Right. So Gary will take care of her tomorrow. So Babs brings her back to her house,
Mhm.
and Gary's going to come take care of her for the weekend.
Right, but
I'm
which
gonna
is
tell you-
nice though.
Which is nice when he goes, "Yeah, I was Kifa." That was funny.
But I like that he's like, hey, you don't have to worry about anything. I'll take care of everything. You just lay here. That's so
Yeah,
nice. You
I
want
know.
someone like that, like a safe person.
And then he talks about Kiefer, and he's like, "Yeah, he's just like, he has no job. He's like, he can't do anything for himself. He's like good grown up Jace." I'm like, "Oh my
I
God,
mean, yeah, I don't know if I would say that, but
okay."
yeah.
Leah.
This is how did I forget all of this?
This is how she opens the scene.
Mm-hmm.
It was obvious that Corey wasn't serious, and I really wanted to be with Jeremy. That was not obvious at all.
That wasn't obvious.
It was obvious that you had to go with your sure thing.
Right. It was obvious that you were ping ponging back and forth. That's what was
that you
obvious.
had to feel everyone out and see who was gonna bite.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
So Jeremy's coming over. She apologizes to him. She wants him back, and she wants the ring back immediately.
Why?
She said that she's not willing to lose Jeremy. How long were they apart? A day?
They were not apart very long because he didn't even get the rest of his stuff.
They're re-engaged.
Yeah. He had it in his pocket.
He's like, "Here you go." So now Leah tells Victoria about Corey and Jeremy. Wait, Victoria goes,
Mm-hmm.
"Do you think you're like this because we didn't have a dad?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think so." And she's like, "Okay." And then she goes, "Do you think you're like this because mom locked you in the closet?"
Yeah, I think so. With Robbie, not even Robbie, question mark.
So that's it. Jeremy's back.
Also,
He's like, "Hi, Jeremy."
oh my God, Tracey, when Jeremy walks in the house and the girls, they're like, hi, Jeremy. And they like kiss him and they're all over him.
They
and I'm
all
like,
make out.
this is why he wants to be there, though. Those little girls love him.
They do.
Yeah. And it's like, he's really nice to them.
Corey is talking to Jeff.
With so much dip in his mouth, I've never seen anything like
He
it.
has so much dip in his mouth that I can't believe it.
I didn't know you could fit that much.
I can't even believe how much dip he has. Hold on, let me see if I can. It's like I don't know what I just ate. It wasn't good though.
Well, we'll see if it's poisonous. I've never seen that much dip in a mouth.
No, well, he was really going hard.
Does Jeff dip? I don't know.
Jeff dips and Jeremy
Okay.
dips too, but Jeremy's dip isn't as big as Corey's dip.
Oh, I guess I know.
back to him.
I guess I never noticed
Well,
Jeremy's dip.
They're going to Dawn's house, right?
Right.
And Jeremy and Leah are there. And then Dawn's like, "Come on, girls, let's go play outside." And then they have a scripted couch scene.
Okay, but also she says that like basically like this is what Dawn wanted. Dawn thought she should be with Jeremy. I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true at all. So Leah wants to buy a house now.
Of course she does. She loves buying a house.
Loves buying a house. What happened to the other house that she just bought? I mean, house, question mark, but still.
I guess they sold it. I don't know because now this is a rental.
Well, she wants to have a beach summer wedding. And then
Okay.
she says, quote, this is a real quote,
Mm-hmm.
"There's no one else I could imagine being with except for Corey or Robbie." Weird.
He says, I don't give two shits what people think. And it's like, obviously you don't give two shits what people think.
When they did the drop off
Uh-huh.
with the girls,
Mm-hmm.
Corey put extra dip in his mouth.
Tracy?
The girls were
How?
like, "Bye, Daddy." And he was like, "Oh." And they're like, "Mommy, Daddy's choking." And he's like, "Oh."
I've never seen that much dip in my life. Okay, not to be disgusting.
Mhm.
What is the point of dip? You put it in your mouth and so it goes.
It goes into your
swallow it?
bloodstream. No,
You spit it.
you spit the juice out, but it goes into your bloodstream. It's like inside of your lip. Yeah. And it gets you like smoking like 100 cigarettes.
Oh my God. That's why all the kids in
That's
the
why people
Sandlot
throw
threw
up.
up. Yeah. They went on the roller coaster. They all got sick.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting. I didn't know if
Mhm.
you chewed it or what. Like what?
Mm-mm.
And you don't swallow it. You don't swallow
Mm-mm.
the pieces either.
Mm-mm.
I could vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It makes you really sick to your stomach.
I've heard that. How do you get into it?
You go to a dip convention.
No, but I'm not asking because I want to get into it. I'm saying like,
Do you want me to take you to a dip convention?
I'm saying you're like, let me do the stuff that's going to make me vomit
Uh-huh.
and keep doing it.
I mean, people do heroin.
Right. But at least that makes you like,
Right.
like,
Right.
what is dip? What does that do for you?
Right.
Does it
It's
get
nicotine.
you high? No.
No, it's like smoking 100 cigarettes at once.
And it must be addictive.
It's nicotine.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be my. What is this? My Roman Empire now is dipping. I'm gonna have to read all about.
Don't read
this
about it
tonight.
because you're not gonna like it. I mean, I have a friend of ours that just started dipping, but it's like little
Really?
packets. Yeah, it's disgusting. And he doesn't. I was like, "Do you even smoke cigarettes?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "So you just started doing this?" He's like, "Yes."
That was his choice.
That is his choice.
Ew. It
Mhm.
probably like rots your mouth.
Yeah, of course it does.
Ew, your breath must smell so bad.
No.
Ew. Also, somebody said that Corey was a water meter reader. That was a weird thing to say in a row.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it want me to read her?
Yeah. Wasn't that feeling weird?
I like it.
Yeah.
Water meter
reader. And Miranda's a retired cop.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
No. This was so fun.
We had a good time. Make sure that you're checking out our other podcasts on Patreon and other podcasts not on Patreon, which is 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, Catfish Trash Talk. The backlog is mostly on Patreon or free. Just check it out. So pumped to Vanderpump Rules podcast, Macaroni Rascals, and Noelle's other podcast,
Recycled.
with Noelle and Michael.
That really gets me. We're talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey season 2 right now.
So check that out. Everything is available on Patreon or wherever you listen to podcasts. I don't know. Check it out. Make sure you follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Chuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for all my upcoming tour dates. I might be coming to a city near you. You don't know.
You don't know. I know though.
There's no way to know.
Cincinnati.
Troy, New York.
Hell yeah, Troy, New York.
Gary,
Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Oh, cool.
I wish
wonder
we
if
were
that's
going to
where
Erie,
Gary
Indiana.
lives. I love that show.
I know, me too. Atlantic City, New Jersey.
That's cool. We're in AC.
Hard Rock Casino.
Cool.
Okay, bye.
Bye.